Zepbound weigh-in. I didn't expect this. Hi, beautiful friends. I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I have previously lost over 112 pounds the last 2 years and 9.5 months being on Zepbound, mounjaro, and Tirzepatide compound, which is GLP-1 plus GIP. Not at the same time. The variations of those is because of the shortage. On today's episode, I wasn't expecting this week's weigh-in. We got a ton of things to talk about to help motivate you, encourage you. I want you to leave this video, as my promise to you, with 2 steps to focus in on. We're not going to pole vault over mouse turds. We're going to keep it easy peasy lemon squeezy this week in terms of our laser focus to move forward in our weight loss journey or in our health journey if we're at maintenance. And I'm basically at maintenance. I'm still, of course, doing weigh-ins, and I'm going to stay till the end. I'm going to talk about our Pennsylvania meet and greet meetup. It was chef's kiss, so fabulous. It was as fabulous as the Las Vegas meetup that we did and the Texas meetup that we did. So I'll talk about that at the end, but I want to deep dive in. Let's go into the weigh-in for this week. How much was I down? Which I wasn't expecting. Clark, drum roll, please. Survey says 2 ounces. I lost 2 ounces this week, friends. Okay, let's deep dive into why. What I'm going to do differently this week. I'm going to take the good stuff and focus in also on what to change from things that were a little bit more difficult. So in terms of this week's weight loss, my focus that my dietitian, I work with Join Fridays, use the discount code QUEEN, and included in my medication is free dietitian services. It is the most fabulous thing. I literally would have paid $1,000 a month for this service. No joke. Sincerely, it was that good. It was the best coaching I've ever had in terms of dietitian because it was so much. In fact, I was like, I wish I could have a second one like the next day because I felt like I missed stuff in it. And so from that coaching dietitian session, who has a master's degree in nutrition, and she walks the walk, and her name's V, by the way. There's a bunch of dietitians at Join Fridays. That's the one I got paired with, is focusing in on my percentage fat loss and also inches. Now, this is where I didn't do right this week. By the way, I have no makeup on because I just couldn't be bothered. Yesterday, I had my HSN show. We'll talk about that at the end too. So I just couldn't be, I was on full glam yesterday. I'm like, I'm not doing that today. So besties, we're going to focus, and if you want to join me, I would love for you to join me, focusing in on the percentage fat loss. We talked about this yesterday at the meet and greet, and inches. And why does that matter so much? For me at this point, I'm basically at maintenance. Basically, like, I have to have I don't have to, I choose to, and I get to have loose skin surgery, I think, with my plastic surgeon. You can see yesterday's video all about picking the right plastic surgeon. And so with that, now I got to get my fat loss down. I've lost weight, but within that, I don't want to lose muscle. I want to be gaining muscle. And by gaining muscle, that is going to help with my fat loss because it's going to help me burn more calories with more increased muscle. I still got a ways to go. But focusing on the percentage fat loss for me, the mind effery of the scale sometimes can come into play, and this week it did. I noticed it was actually because of the Pennsylvania group meetup. These are the beautiful women that we met up with, and gentlemen too. I'll talk about that at the end. At the meetup, we talked about weighing ourselves daily versus not. And overwhelmingly, the people who were there were like, I weigh myself daily for accountability. And I'm like, I said when I was standing out there with them, when I stopped weighing myself, it's a red flag. And then I was like, ooh. This week, I didn't weigh myself every day. For me, that works, by the way. Some people that would not work, that would cause too much mind effery weighing every single day. But for me, the accountability of knowing I'm weighing in with love, grace, kindness, compassion, not judgment, not a condemning, but with like an accurate scientific, having my scientific measurement goggles on and knowing that some days that's going to go up and down. Literally, it's crass, but a poop can also dramatically change that scale number. Okay. So with that, the percentage fat loss, that's where my eyes on the prize need to be. And this week, did I track that? I didn't even really look at it. As I was like preparing the show notes, I'm like, I paid no mind. Inches, did I pay any mind this week? Did I do my inches, my measurements? I have, I'll put this on my Amazon shopping list now. Did I do that? No, I didn't. So like full authenticity, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. And I want to change that for next week. I think that that's It's got to be my focus, and that is my focus. So for me, like that's my laser focus. Got to have a laser beam focus. I want you to put in the comments what's your laser beam focus. We're going to talk about other ones though, but straight out the gate, what's your laser beam focus for this week? Tell me down below. Within that inches, I need to focus in on that too because it's just another metric. Now, one thing so Join Fridays, I've been debating. Join Fridays has GLP-1 plus GIP. And you guys know, I have been on Zepbound, the brand name Zepbound, 15 milligrams for a while now. I've been on Zepbound and Mounjaro, which are the same thing. I switched because of the shortages and was on Tirzepatide compound, which is GLP-1 plus GIP. And with that change over the last 2 years, 9 months, I pay out of pocket for this. I've calculated it's over $16,000 now out of pocket. And so I have been looking at Join Fridays. And by the way, you can get brand name with Join Fridays if you're an existing patient. So if you're a new patient, you can't do what I'm doing, but if you're an existing patient, you can. And so I'm debating because of the cost to switching to the GLP-1 plus GIP, the Join Fridays has. And so if you're thinking about this, I wanted to share kind of like my thought process of this is one of my goals for this week. I want to investigate a little bit more, and I feel like I'm going to do it. I'm going to switch over and just test it for maybe a month or two and see what happens. The deal is though, the doses are different. And so it's 11 milligrams ish, and I've been on 15 milligrams. And so knowing that that is a lower dose with that of how would my body react, I'm curious. And I have said all along, I've always needed a higher dose than what I'm on, but I'm curious, but also my pocketbook is curious too. I'm knowing that I'll be on this the rest of my life. I am prayerfully, and the way that the world is, prayerfully considering just different options, and particularly, and I've shared this before, my husband worked with the federal government with Homeland Security and opted and chose to leave that position after being like super high within Homeland Security. And so our health insurance is dramatically changing and going from an incredible health insurance plan to having, like, we are scrambling to figure, if anyone has any suggestions for me, we will take it. We cannot find good health insurance. Like, what do people do when you're like, oh, just you, your husband, and your kid? Like, we're not part of conglomerates or like groupings. How do you find health insurance? Like literally, this has been very difficult. Anyways, I digress. So with that in mind of my health insurance change, I'm like, and my health insurance has not been paying for my medication, to be clear. But with that, that's why I'm considering this. It's just considering different financial options. So I am prayerfully considering that, and I think I'm going to try it. I think I'm going to try it. If you want to, I know many people have been thinking about potentially switching. You can use the discount code QUEEN, QUEEN. I'll link down in the description link below, as is all the references I'm talking about on today's episode. For a direct link, you can check out the pricing that they have. They do have GLP-1 and then GLP-1 plus GIP as options. But if you're looking to switch, or you're looking to switch vendors because your vendor has changed, or the dosing or things like that, for me, I definitely am. Semaglutide is also, GLP-1 is not off the table either of switching to that, just for, I think, for a few months for me, in terms of just making some financial decisions with that too. I think that is something that's on the table. And I know for many of you, it's on the table too. And plus, because of the dietitian resource that I have, I'm going to set up another appointment with her with Join Fridays, because that is included with getting my medication. I'm going to set up an appointment with them. I don't think you have, like, you can only do it but so much, but I'm definitely going to set that up. Again, it wasn't, the first one was so jam-packed, and so the second one was like more of a check-in, and so I'm like, I want the first one all over again. I'm like, can you redo me? I think I just need to redo the notes, but I just want someone chirping in my ear of like, this is like, I want that. So that's part of my plan. Okay, next part of my plan. Of like, what am I doing tactilely? So I said I was going to focus in on fat loss and inches, but literally, like, what's a girl to do? Two things. And these are my two focuses. Again, I'm curious your focuses, but these are specifically mine to lead into that fat loss and to lead into those inches lost, is before workout. Many of you guys heard me talking in our free encouragement group, countlessofshopping.com/group. I am not on Facebook anymore, by the way. Many of you still keep asking me. I'm like, yo, it's been months. Like, I'm not there. They've banned my group. And so therefore I will never say never, but never. So we have our own group separately. It's amazing. It's amazing. And there I'm going to put the plastic surgery notes from yesterday's show. I just got back from HSN and QVC. And so I will put in the group those plastic surgery notes too. But the before workout, here's why I did this. It was actually the beautiful Danielle yesterday, when I was talking with her, made me realize this. I was like, oh. And then Tara started talking about, beautiful Tara also started talking about workouts too. Started talking about workouts, and I'm like, I am not working out before my day begins. And part of that is, so the before workouts, I'm not working out. I was supposed to do 2-a-days, and I'm going to do a whole separate videos on that, meaning I work out twice. One of my besties, David, used to do this. And he's like, don't do it for a long time, just do it for like a sprint. And I said I was going to do it for 10 days, and I have not. I did it for the first day, and it was hard. I slept so well that day. I did cardio and lifting. And then day 2, I was going to do 2 cardios, one in the morning, one in the afternoon and evening. And I ended up just doing one in the evening at bedtime while my kid was going to bed. I brought our under the desk elliptical into his room while I was like helping him get ready for bed. And I was doing the elliptical that way. And then after that, I went up to HSN, and then here we are. I think those are in terms of the days. So today I'm all on force. I literally rolled out of bed to this Saturday. I'm releasing this video, and Saturday, this is literally what's happening on my Saturday. I haven't worked out yet. And so what I need to do, and I'm really going to try to work on, and hopefully this helps you too, but it was Danielle who said it. She's like, I worked out before I came here today, before we had our Pennsylvania meet and greet meetup. She's like, I knew I worked out before I came here, because I saw she's on a Fit Cookie on Instagram. Follow her. She's amazing on Instagram. It's really motivational for me for working out. And on her A Fit Cookie account on Instagram, she was showing her workout. And I said, oh, was that from yesterday? And she's like, no, it's from this morning. And I was like, Danielle, you go. Like, it was impressive. It was impressive. She did that. Then she traveled to where we were, which was distance from her, and then met with us. And then she's like, I got my kids. She's had personal obligations going on. She's like, I knew I wouldn't do it when I came back from those personal obligations. And I'm like, that is a sign of a winner right there. And that's what I want to be. So me not getting my workouts in, which I have to be lifting, have to be 3 days a week, full body workout, have to. Like, it's just not a choice now. It's not have to is like the new thing. And so figuring out this have to the next 2-3 weeks for me is a huge sprint. We've got another HSN show. I'll be back up there next Friday. Then Prime Day for me, I'll be literally up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I work for 48 hours straight. That's how Prime Days are for me. You'll see me everywhere talking about Prime Day. Make sure you come back for sure on Prime Day, October 7th here. I'll have a show coming out at like 4 or 5 a.m. An email will go out if you're on my email list. Anyways, then after that, I'm a room parent, big responsibilities the next day after not sleeping, doing room parent stuff. Then after, like, it's a ton. And then I'm going to YouTube invited me to their holiday shopping thing. So all of that to say, it's going to be cuckoo pants. Workouts need to come before my work. Does anybody else have this problem or challenge of, I put work before? This is old patterns too. This is what I'm seeing, and hopefully this helps you. Are you seeing old patterns creep up? For me, the old pattern and the old lie and the old fallacy is my work. I have confidence in saying I'm really good at it. At this point in my life, in my 40s, I'm really good at it. I'm one of the top ones of doing what I do in terms of like live streaming and things like that. And so I will because I'm good at it, I like to do it. I really very much enjoy doing it. And I will put that above my health, is what I used to do. When I owned one of the top 1% dog walking companies in the nation before we sold it, I put that above everything, basically. And I'm really sad in hindsight to say that, but that was where my value system was in my 20s and 30s. So basically I had my son, and then my priorities majorly shifted. And so, because I was like, I'm going to die soon, and I got this kid, and I don't want to leave him. And so with that, I recognize that's old patterns, old tapes, old beliefs. And it's just a matter now of changing that decision and then backing up that decision with action. Because it's one thing for me to speak it in this video. Can anybody relate? But it's another to put the action behind that. And so that's what I need to do. It's about action now. It's not about talk. So tough love for myself. It's going to be a rough 3 weeks in a good way. Like this is the Super Bowl. Like my family and I, like we talk about this all year long for October, November, and December. It's Q4 game time, baby. Like let's crack it. Let's crack it and whack it, honey. We're going to like, this is where we focus in on. And so before workouts, how am I going to do that? I'm going to figure it out. I know after this video, I'm going to go post in the group. If you don't see me post twice today about 2 different workouts, then that means I didn't do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Next, number 2 focus for me, laser focus, is volume-based eating. What do I mean with volume-based eating? For me, I have to eat high protein because I'm lifting, but also because of GLP-1 weight loss. Like high protein eating is incredibly important to help with muscle mass loss, but also because I'm trying to build muscle. Not only have I lost muscle, but building back more muscle with that. I'm in body recomposition, which still technically trying to lose a little bit of weight, but gaining muscle. And so how do I do that? Volume-based eating with fruits and vegetables, and then also with protein. So today I would like to make a vegetable soup. So I have volume-based eating that way. I need to make sure I have ingredients for salads. That's volume-based eating. When I go into, and I know for many of you, you can't relate. You're like, I am so full. And particularly if I do this medication change, right? Like it's going to probably make my appetite higher. I need to focus in on volume-based proteins that are lean proteins, lower calorie, but high protein, and also fruits and veggies. I do very well with that. And then it doesn't go into this scarcity mindset that I can sometimes get with being on this journey that I still sometimes, that's old tapes, that's old patterns, that's old belief systems. So focusing in on and enjoying my fruits, vegetables, and proteins, that's my other second focus for the weekend, as a weekend and week as well. So I'm going to figure that out today too. So those are like my focus. My family was doing a whole bunch of family stuff and I opted just to be like, I need to focus in on my health today and some work stuff, knowing, and that's going to set me best up for success. So foregoing some fun and pleasure to be able to focus in on some work and my health, because if I did the fun family stuff, I wouldn't do these other things. And I still have to do my work regardless. So then it would be my health that would be lacking. And that right now is unacceptable to me. So my family understands, but this is where I'm at. And also I'm going to make it up to them. You know what I mean? Like we're going to be doing some other family stuff too. So, group plastic surgery stuff from yesterday's plastic surgery video. I will put all those questions in the group. If you're not in the free encouragement group, it's free. What are you doing with your life? It's the best group ever. I love it so much. And literally, you guys know how I always say in every video about emojis of the day. I told my husband I was so pumped for yesterday's Pennsylvania meet and greet. This was everybody who came. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Meeting everybody after my HSN QVC show was phenomenal. It was so fun. And so Lisa, like everybody there I've known, I feel like for years, plural, if not a year at least, but because of literally it's comments and things like that. Like that's, how cool is that? So this is Lisa. Here's Danielle. Here's Tara. Tara, by the way, thank you, my beautiful friend. She got me these gorgeous flowers. They smell so good. I literally had them on the seat next to me driving home. They were so gorgeous. They're still so gorgeous. It was very thoughtful. You never need to get me any gifts, never, but it was very, very, very kind. And then beautiful Angela. It was so nice meeting our group. Oh, wait a minute. I had Lisa and her dad were there. I had a picture I was going to put up. Oh no. Lisa's dad was also right there. Lisa, I didn't get your dad's name, by the way. Please send my love to him. It was so fabulous, like such amazing energy. The group talking motivated me so much yesterday. And so I wanted to share that. It was so fun. I love our get-togethers. They're hard for me sometimes just with my schedule is so zany. Like for example, I just found out I will be working in fact next Friday for HSN. And so it just, stuff changes a lot in my life. And so I don't want people to like take off work. People took off work to come. I don't want people to take off work and then be like, oh, I got to cancel. Like I won't do that. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. But I'm pumped for this week's plan. So in terms of the weigh-in, I'm really, really pumped for this week's plan. I got an invitation, by the way, for horseback riding to do more horseback riding. I think I'm going to decline. You guys know I love riding Maggie. She's the horse that I ride typically. She's a Clydesdale. I just don't think I have time to go to the barn and do that. My soul would love that. But I think in the winter time, that's something I'm putting on for myself for like my Christmas gift. I want horseback riding lessons. I think I'm like trying to figure this out. because I want to revolve more of my time with moving my body, particularly with this heavy workload that's coming up. Anybody relate on that of like, workload's going to be crazy. The next 3 months in January, I'm going to be like, or literally it's like December like 19th, 20th is when I like stop. It's like full stop after sprinting from now until December 20th. So I'm excited about that too. I'm just pumped. I have so much hope. Can you guys relate to that? Of like, I have hope for this next week. I'm not going to go longer than that. And literally, I'm going to go just into today. I have hope for today. I have hope that I'm going to get to the goals in which I want to be. And I have hope to move forward. And I'm really grateful for that. And I'm also grateful too, by the way, because of Join Fridays, I know that I always talk about having an Avengers team, that they're part of my Avengers team, that I have this safety net with medical experts that are exceptional. The price point is not going to be the lowest, but it is, in my humble opinion, they are the experts with obesity management. And so use the discount code QUEEN if you're looking to switch over. Highly recommend. Or if you're starting, I know many of you are just researching to start GLP-1 medications. Oh my gosh. So I will more than likely, I'm like pretty much there in my decision, GLP-1 plus GIP. I'm going to continue to pray on it a little bit more, but I think I am going to switch over. So we're going to try it, I think, and see. Let's see what happens. And if it, if going down a dose on there, I'm curious. And my pocketbook's curious too. So, and I know that I'm in good hands with them. That's why I've worked with them literally. It will be in October, a full 2 years. I was one of the OG people, like back in the day, back in the day. I love you guys so super much. I'm super, super grateful for you. What else did I have to tell you? My face looks different, thank goodness. The swelling has gone down. I did some procedure on my face, lasers. And so thankfully it's like not, I have no makeup, I have nothing on. I don't even have like sunscreen moisturizer on. It was like peeling and red and crazy looking. So you guys saw this video is in real time. Some of those videos earlier this week were filmed in advance. Because I was like, I cannot put out videos looking like this. My eye was droopy. Anyways, it helps with texture of the skin. So I'm pumped about that. And I did my neck too and my décolletage. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's basically it. I don't really have anything else to do. I'm going to go make today that vegetable soup, figure that out. I'm going to do like an Instacart order to figure out my vegetable soup recipe and just throw it on the stove. It's rainy here in Virginia. It's a good day for soup. Make a ton of soup, and I want to make it from scratch, I think, because I just don't want a ton of sodium in it. You know what I mean? Like in terms of like the seasoning and the spices, I want to control that. So that's my plan today, and to have salad and protein focus, baby. So I'm going to order some more of my 99% 99% lean turkey, put that in the vegetable soup. I think I'm going to like crumble some of it up. That has been so helpful, by the way. I add that to everything now, and it just boosts up low calorie, high protein. And so many of you are like, oh, why don't you do more fat in it? Because my tummy doesn't like my tummy actually really enjoys that. When I have too much fat with my protein, with my meat, my stomach's like, no, ma'am, Pam. No, 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 no. I feel like I had other stuff to talk about. In real life, when we're sitting, I do that. I feel like hopefully the group was like, she was in real life like she is on air. Hopefully. And my heart was so full from meeting you guys. I could cry right now again. I like cried on the way home and was like, I am so blessed. Like I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful. And I couldn't imagine doing this weight loss journey with a better group of people. Like y'all truly, like Josh Grove and me, and raise me up like you do. You guys do. Because you don't know how much, like me doing daily shows, I do it because I want to give encouragement, but I also get so much encouragement. It's like a two-way street. I feel like my prayer and hope is that I give way a lot, hopefully. But y'all give so much to me to keep me going and to keep me motivated, and like genuinely, like iron sharpens iron. The tips that I got yesterday from every single person sitting at that table really helped me. I got to learn something from every single person at this table. So thank you. If you took the time to come to the meet and greet yesterday, it was fantastic. As good as the Texas and the Las Vegas one. And I was nervous about it. I was like, I hope it's as good, because those were so fun. And this was just as fun. And so I do have intentions and plans to do one in Virginia and others as we move into, that's my intention and plan. So I love you guys so much. People that ask, will I be doing a meet and greet in LA? Probably not, because I'll be when I'm out in LA in 3 weeks, I will be going literally from LAX to the YouTube event back to LAX. So if you're at LAX, then we can hang out. But literally there's no time to do anything unless you're at like LAX. We can hang out at the Sky Lounge if you happen to be at LAX that day. I'm rambling now. Per the usual. I felt like there was something else to share. I'm like looking to see, but not really. I got new eyelashes today. I'm gonna try these out. I had stopped wearing fake eyelashes because I felt like I was being punished. My eyes started to have allergic reaction to them. And so I stopped wearing them, and I love fake eyelashes. People used to make fun of me and be like, you have caterpillars on your eyes. And I'd be like, and I like them, but I kind of miss them. I feel naked without them. So I got these. I'm gonna link them down below. I don't know if they're good or not. They're from Ardell, if you know Ardell lashes, but they already have glue on them. They're easy under eyelash extensions. They're pre-glued. And so I had been wearing these Pro Lash ones, which I really, really love, but you've got to put the glue on yourself, and I'd get it on my fingers, and then I'd get it like, I love these, but it was hard to put on. So I'm hoping these will be easier. So I'll link these down below if you're looking, and they're, by the way, they're on sale. It's like if you buy right now on Amazon, you know how things change. So the price will change on this. But I got them. It was like buy $25 worth, get a $10 promotional back. I was like, that's almost girl math, 50% off. So anyways, they were like super inexpensive. We're gonna try those. And if you see me on another video and my eyelashes are cuckoo puff crazy, mind your business. Oh my God, I'm off to go do that now. No, I'm actually off to go work out. I'm off to go work out. Okay, I love you guys. Be kind. Oh wait, we gotta do our emoji of the day. Our emoji of the day what's our emoji of the day? I wanna do a taco because we met at Chipotle and I ate tacos yesterday and they were so good. I had 2.5 of the tacos. They were delicious. They were absolutely, usually I get a bowl. They were delicious from Chipotle. It was so good. So our emoji of the day is a taco, and that tells me that you made it this far in the video. And I do emojis of the day to get to know you better because I care. So we did emoji of the day, and your question of the day is, what are you doing today to move you closer to your goals? I know some of you write it out and some of you just think it in your head. I want you to prayerfully consider, what do you, like, full stop, what are you doing today? Like, what to move you in your goals? Beautiful Tara talked about, and it motivated me. She was talking about her workout space for lifting. And I was like, yes, queen. Like it totally motivated me. And her designated workout space and what she was doing to help make that space better. Some things that she was adding. I was like, yeah, I need to think about that of what can I do to make my workout space more inviting, easier to do, systems around it. I was like, that was really smart, Tara. So thank you for sharing that with me, beautiful friend. And I loved, Angela was talking also, she had gotten some, we were talking about like changes in clothing. It gets really, really expensive. And so how she was getting some sale items on her clothes. And so that was like super encouraging for me too, of like thinking about that of, I don't know. It was very helpful for me. Very, very helpful for me. And then also, where are we? With Miss Lisa and her beautiful dad. Lisa, I feel like we're kindred spirits. And so meeting Lisa, her vibrational energy, I absolutely, absolutely am obsessed with. And so, and her whole outfit, I was like, I want to wear all of it. And your amazing dad, he's so awesome. What a cool dad. I was like, you were so cool. You guys are so cool. The whole group was so cool. And Angela, tell your sweet husband also, thank you so much for coming too. That was very kind, like what a nice husband. The whole thing was fantastic. So I'll be posting pictures in the encouragement group too. Okay, I've yapped for enough. D1 yapper here, honey. If there's ever any doubt, someone was talking about live streaming for hours and I was like, oh yeah. Back in the day, I could live stream. I think what was my record? It was like 3.5, 4 hours. It was a lot. And then not drinking or eating or going to the bathroom. It was a lot. It was a lot. Anyways, why did I just tell that story? I don't know. Okay, I love you guys. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. I'm Candace of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. I'll see you tomorrow, beautiful friends. Bye, guys.